Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, come at you with another TTM autograph weekly recap for you. Again, I have quite a few returns that came in this week, plus as you can see here on the screen, some failures, um, which is unfortunate, but hey, I guess if you don't try it, you won't ever know if it'll work. So I just want to do a quick announcements. Real quick before we jump into the video, just want to say thank you for the support on the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame and for the votes. Appreciate those who went ahead and casted their ballot, regardless if they voted for me or not. It doesn't matter. I definitely there's way better channels out there than mine, so they should definitely get it first and have been around for much longer than mine. But that's that's not important to me to get in or anything like that. But just definitely appreciate those who went and made a video for Jake and casted their opinion, and just shouted out some members of the community. I discovered several new channels to watch, so I'll be excited here in 2023 to get to know about that channel and that person more. Excuse me, as time goes on. So then I also just recently closed the 1,300 subscriber contest, and we had picked the 3 winners through the randomization. 2 have let me know what they wanted, and I think Dick Collector's still choosing what he would like to get. So we're just waiting on that. So, but again, thank you for everybody who joined in on that. And then we have Junk Wax Challenge going on with 1991 Max Racing. I'm actually doing 2 packs for each person in that, and I've already sent a couple out for some people who already paid, and then got a few more ready to go out very soon as well. We still got sign up for that is available here for a couple more weeks, and then there's a buffer week. Just kind of make sure everybody gets their packs, and then you can start claiming points if they start coming back by February 25th, and then we'll go to June 26th, which I was thinking was a Sunday, but it's actually a Monday, but whatever. And then Adam716 is holding a free-for-all challenge with basketball cards, any league, any year, as long as it's a legitimate basketball card, not a custom. You can send out 4 autographs for them and get points, so definitely check that out if you want to sign up and be part of a little contest. So we have quite a few TTM returns. Sorry, I just came in from the cold. Nose is a little runny. We have quite a few returns. And these return to senders, of course, I tried to write to Ron Howard just to give it a shot. So that one didn't work. And that's, of course, Opie from the Andy Griffith Show. And then he's still the director and writer, producer, you name it. And I tried sending to Mila Jovovich for Retro Mickey. I don't think she's represented by Spanky Taylor anymore. Most likely Spanky Taylor, though, those are usually either secretarial or auto pen, more than likely. But we gave that one a shot, it didn't work. So I guess she must not be with them as of 2023. I'm not sure because I was sent in 2022. And then I also sent the Karen Cohn Vanderbush. That was from my graveyard of photos. She was an Olympic diver, Olympic gold medalist. She's moved, and that's the new address there. South Lake, Texas address is the one to try, I guess. So I don't know if I'll resend that one out or not. I've already tried twice and got failures. So, well, that was the first failure. I'd never heard back the first time I sent it out. So I don't know. But we'll get into it. Again, you'll see a bunch of these photos coming up are ones that I had come back to me, returned to sender, or they just stopped signing at the time I printed it, and they just sat in a box. So I just kind of looking to see if I could send to anybody this year. I've gotten a few failures, but I've gotten a few successes as well. So first we got Leon Houghton, who's I found a minor league photo from the Tucson Toros, not Tucson. What am I saying? Tucson Toros, and the Blue Jays from the '77 year. So we got Leon Hooten, which I thought was a couple cool photos there. Then we go into some football. We got former quarterback of the Vikings and Saints, Gary Coazzo, who signed that one. He's right there in the gold jacket. And then he sent one of his testimonial cards that you can read more about his story on thegoal.com, which I've been to many times. It's a pretty cool site. It's got a bunch of athletes on there. It's got like Dwight Howard, you name it. A whole bunch of people are on there. So if you ever want to go check that out. Then we got Mr. Ken Bowman, who's another photo that didn't get signed or just sent back to me. He also included that extra card. He was a long time. I didn't realize he was an offensive lineman. I thought he was a defensive player actually, but it just says he was a center. So he's there trying to push the running back a little bit. Get some inches there. Then we got Mr. Ed Obradovich. I think he was a nose tackle for the Chicago Bears for a number of seasons. There he is. Looks like he's about to rip the head off of number 42 there in the 49ers. So pretty cool. And I don't know why I kept the letter. He didn't put anything on it. Then we move on to some racing. We got this card. Signed by Steve Kinzer. He signed the back. The number 26 Ford. So there's that one. This was out since October of 2021. Some more of the Leaf certified. Chase Briscoe. So good to get that one back. Then we got Mr. Jerry Nadal, who signed 3 cards. There's 2 that are the same. And then I think that's like a 97 Upper Deck. 96, 97 maybe. It's pretty cool to get back from him. We got a couple of hockey here. We got Thomas Valkoen. Pretty good goalie for a number of seasons. I have a bunch. I'm sure I have a bunch of his cards, but I just decided to send the one photo. Seems like he's like 1 or 2 per anyways. At least that's what people were getting back. This has been out for a long time. This has been out for 5 years, guys. And I didn't even have a record of sending it. It was back in December of 2017. That's kind of around the time I kind of stopped keeping track for a while. But this is Mr. Eric Lindros. So, I mean, I have over 8,000 submissions on Star Tiger. So, I mean, if I would have been keeping track of every single one, I probably would be over 9 by now. But that's a pretty cool photo, 5x7. What I got there. Again, was out for a very long time. We got an MMA return from Mr. Ryan Bader. Don't worry, DK, I won't clickbait you this time. Last week I had the MMA guy, Jing Ling Lee. That's the thumbnail. I just thought it was a cool photo. And so, yeah, some of the MMA guys came over and were like, oh, wow. So, yeah, I guess if you want to see if some people watch your videos, just, put certain pictures in the thumbnails. Might just work. Yeah, probably do this one. That's kind of a cool photo, I think, of Mr. Eric Lindros. But Ryan Bader, that was one that I tried sending before, but he wasn't using the gym or whatever I sent to at the time, and it came back return to sender. So this one I found a home address. I think it was in Arizona, but I put that on the Star Tiger and Sports Card forum. I was updating those, so if you want to write to Mr. Ryan Bader, they are on there for you. I don't usually share addresses on the video, just because in my letters I tell them, if they want me to keep it private, I definitely respect their wishes, and sometimes you can get in trouble. YouTube and social media platforms don't necessarily want you doing that stuff. So I usually just avoid that. I think I used to many years ago, but definitely all the tools and links for you to start a TTM collection, find addresses are down below for you. Pretty easy to access. Sports Card Forum is free. Star Tiger is like $5.99 a month with a free trial. And then there's also other places like sportscollectors.net, which is a yearly subscription. And then Fanmail.biz is free. So that's mainly more just like a Google. It's not really much of a forum page. It's just you type in somebody's name, and then if there's somebody's posted something out there, then it'll be there kind of on a Google. That's about it. But I mean, that is a free option if you want to. Then I got this signed postcard by Al Jardine, who's from the Beach Boys. If you go to his website, you can request a signed postcard. There's the signature on the back. Just covering up the address. That's pretty cool. And then we have from Blue Bloods. This is Abigail Hawk. She's the one there in the middle. She signed 1, 2, and number 3. This one, the picture kind of came out a little grainy, but we'll make it work. And then she also wrote back just a little note. Thanks for writing me, Caleb. I appreciate the support. Respectfully, Abby. So pretty cool of her to take that extra time there and write a little note. That's pretty awesome. And that's again from the show Blue Bloods. That's where I wrote to at the set there. Came back in a couple months. Then I wrote to Miss Connie Francis. She's an Italian-American singer. Got pretty big in the 60s, 70s. So she signed a 4x6 photo and actually surprised me and wrote back in her own envelope and sent an 8x10 headshot there. So Miss Connie Francis. I had actually sent her that photo a few years back. I sent her 3 photos and she just signed the 2. I think she's 2 per. So that was pretty cool. Wasn't expecting to hear anything back. I was just sending the 1. Then we got some political returns, a bunch of email successes. We got German politician Dr. Gregor Gysi, who sent a signed photo there with a signed business card. Let's move some people over here. This is just kind of the new way for me to film until I get a new computer or figure out what's going on with the old one. This is South Carolina, excuse me, Lieutenant Governor Pamela Yvette, who sent a really nice 5x7 photo in protector, nice bronze. That one does look like a legitimate signature to me, so that's pretty cool. I don't know how many requests she gets. Sometimes they might be auto pens or secretarials or just pre-printed. I mean, but hey, I mean, it's free no matter what. If you're sending an email, they're just, taking the time to do so. I think that's perfectly fine. So put that up there actually because we're running out of room. And then we got North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mr. Mark Robinson. And they actually wrote me back an email saying they'd send something out. And there's from the secretary there. Send a nice little note there. So, she asked, if I wanted a business card or a photo or just a signed paper or something like that. I said, if you can do a photo, that'd be really awesome. But I mean, if it's easier for you, then either business card or anything is fine with me. And so that does also look like a legitimate signature as well. So Mark Robinson, North Carolina Lieutenant Governor. So that's pretty cool. We got North and South Carolina right next to each other up there. I know you guys can't see it. Then we got another German politician here. We got Manuel Gava, who sent a signed photo there. We have Jürgen Cobb, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. He sent actually 2. I don't know how you pronounce that. Some of them have different spellings into English, so that's pretty cool. This is pretty awesome too. I wasn't expecting to hear back because the last person that got anything back, at least reported something back, it took years for them to hear back. But this is former president of the Republic of Poland. This is Aleksander Kwasniewski. I think this is like maybe a 6x8. So he has an email too. And then there's just from his secretary, even has a signature of her on there. From the president of Poland. So the only United States president I have is Jimmy Carter, and it'll probably be pretty hard to get anybody else, but at least I can get other presidents from other countries, I guess. This is another governor. I forget which. Or this is Lieutenant Governor of Wyoming. That's right, Mr. John Barrasso on an 8x10. He was also a senator for them for a number of years, and then is now a lieutenant governor. So that's pretty cool. This is from the Lieutenant Governor of Oklahoma, I think Matt Pinnell. Also sent an 8x10. That one also looks like a legitimate signature. The John Barrasso might be a preprint or auto pen, but hey, again, they are free. Not going to complain. I'll just add it into the binder. It'll look pretty cool. Then we got some military ones that ended off. This is coming back through Scott Masters, which I still need to do a special video. I have quite a few I can do now on some World War II veterans that have returned some letters to me. This is Ronald Moyes. He was also known as Shorty. He's born in 1926. There's his signature. So we'll do a special highlighted video on him and a couple others. I usually do about 3 in a video in the future. I just need to get some time to do it. And then he also just wrote back a personal letter. Let me just cover up his address because I don't have permission to show that. And yeah, very cool. And then he included just a picture of like a model of the plane that he flew on as a tail gunner. So that's pretty awesome. So Ronald Moyes. Put him up here because they won't sit down there. Then we got a World War II veteran. This is the one that I sent. He is one of the last few members of the Ghost Army. They had a documentary made about them a few years ago. They would try to manipulate the Germans and other Axis powers that we were fighting at the time into thinking like where troop movements and stuff were going, and like set up like inflatable tanks and things like that to fool the enemy from like their spy planes and things like that. And they disguise the troop movements. So this is George Robert Dramas. He was part of the Ghost Army, as they were called. And then usually when the Germans would get there, they would just either find no trace of them, or they would find just the fake stuff. So that's why they were called the Ghost Army. So that's pretty cool. And he is, I think, 99 or 98 years old. And this last one's pretty awesome. This is going to be one for the Medal of Honor collection. This gentleman was a Vietnam veteran. He is I think, Lieutenant General, I think. I had this photo printed many, many years ago, actually 2 of them. For some reason, it like duplicated and triplicated some of my photos. This is Robert F. Foley, and I had this photo for him. Never tried sending it until recently, and he not only signed that one, he included one of the custom Medal of Honor cards that they usually give out for them to pass around if they want, and then he assigned that as well. He won it in the Army. He was a captain at the time, November 5th, 1966. Says ordered to extricate a besieged unit. His company encountered a strong and well-concealed enemy force. Defying murderous fire, he helped wounded troops to safety, seized a machine gun, charged forward firing and rallying his men, maintaining the momentum of the attack and destroying 3 enemy positions despite his wounds. So all while being wounded. And then, any nation that does not honor its heroes will not long endure. That's a quote from President Abraham Lincoln. And that is definitely true. He sent a letter here that he wrote to me. I invited him to the Veterans Breakfast Club in Scott Masters, and so maybe he'll do an interview. You never know. Then he sent this signed 8x10 that he printed off there, signed in kind of like a copper. That's more later into his career, so very cool. And then it looks like he may have also played basketball. This is a promotion for his book, Standing Tall, so I might have to look into getting that one. Leadership Lessons in the Life of a Soldier. So it might be an interesting read right there. So I'll have to check it out, Amazon or something. And then this is, he got his Medal of Honor on May 1st, 1968 at the White House. So that was really cool. And so I definitely wrote him back a thank you note. And I put that in the mail right away. So that was a pretty good week, guys. So definitely appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you had any favorites in here, or if there's any ideas in here, or if you had some questions or anything about something shown here, or just some other questions of, TTMing or collection wise. I do my best to answer them if I can. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.